17 years of age.
I am 17. I don't care what you say.
I knew it.
But his musical career has spanned more than 17 years, Jake Tanna, from I
my
Mother
God.
Earth.
When you say it out loud like that, I don't know.
So I'm excited. You have a brand new single out, The Devil's Engine. So it's
Yeah,
been
sure.
3 years since We Got the Love, which came out in March 2012. So tell us what spawned your creation for The Devil's Engine and why it took you 3 damn years to do it.
No, you know what? We don't have any rules. Again, nobody's saying you need to do this, you need to do that. And I think that when we could have just, I imagine we should have just come up with another song and just kept going. But we got other things to do as well. You know, life is all around us, and we're enjoying living it. So, but I mean, heck, we just came up with a song when we needed to come up with it. We said, okay, I feel like doing it. So then that was that. We didn't feel like doing it before. So that's kind of how we operate now.
So are you looking to write an album now or just release some singles?
Never again. Never again. Yeah, no albums ever. See, basically, Devil's Engine is song number 2 off of our new album. So, but the album will take, 10 years? You just put all the songs together in your own little collection and call it a record.
Right.
You know?
Finally.
But, no, we're on it now. I'm in the middle of another one right now. I just finished the drums yesterday. And so it's not like a 3-year thing. This one, I hope to have this one out in June.
Well, what does your brother think of you playing drums then? He can't be too happy. I'm just kidding. Never mind.
No, you know what, though? He's afraid of me on the kit. I started on the kit when I was 12, so he knows I got it in me.
No, finally, an artist that is moving with the times. Like I tell you, it's not about I personally, I don't think it's about the albums anymore. This is about the songs, and if it's a great song, people will buy it and people will listen, and you know, you go forward. It's not about the albums, and finally somebody's moving with how music is evolving and the way things are done. So way to go, and doing it on your time is awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, hey, maybe it's not always the best business practice the way we do things, but at the same time, we always feel good about it. If we fail doing it, at least we look at each other and say, "Wow, we kind of pooched that one," right? So, and with just doing singles, we can create business around one song just as much as we could around an album. I can get people here's 12 songs. People just take it. We disappear in 6 months, or we keep working as we want to work with the same intensity and excitement, and release stuff when we think it's right, and just, kind of deal one-on-one with our fan and say, take it. If you don't want it, steal it. But if you steal it, give it to somebody else. You know?
That's a great point.
Well, yeah, people will take it anyhow, but we have awesome fans who don't just take from us. Some guys were actually buying it and sending it to other people, and I said, just send it to potential fans, and we'll find some other way to reward you, whether we get you into a show, we'll do something, I don't know. We just have this really neat relationship with our fans, and I don't know. We're just I don't know, exploring all these possibilities with everybody right now. It's getting really exciting, if you ask me. So
we're on the phone with Jake Tanna from I Mother Earth. What's it been like without a record label? You had a record label when you started out, and now you're doing it independent. And do you find it a challenge? Do you like it? Is it refreshing? Is it better to deal with, we just talked about your own time, your own schedule, as opposed to somebody else's? And maybe what are some of the challenges with that too? Well,
no, I mean, really, I think every label right now is sort of looking around going, what the hell are we doing? And I mean that in the best way. There's some really great people at labels that they're just scratching their heads going, everyone can do it themselves now. All the record label becomes is a resource. So it's a bank if you need it. It's publicity and radio promotion if you need it. But all those things have a price, and that's ownership. So if you want to be owned by a label, then go for it. If that's for you, if you feel good about doing that. We were owned for our whole careers, and we don't have much to show for it, even though we sold, a ton of records. So you sit there and go, I shouldn't say we don't have anything to show for it. I just mean we don't have, I still don't even own my last songs, all 4 albums worth of songs. We don't own those. Record labels own those.
Right.
So to me, I go, I don't care if anybody buys them or steals them or does whatever. I have no attachment to them. But the new stuff, we're connected to in this way that we're creating our own thing. If we sell a fraction of what we ever sold before, it feels better. You know, I can't explain how it feels when we reach out and have people buy our song or come to a show when we don't have the support system that bands are always looking for. We're building our own support system. So I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Why have fans been so loyal to I Mother Earth? Like, you played from 91 to 2003. You took an 8-year hiatus, and you started back in 2012. And I still get on the streets. Everyone's talking I Mother Earth, I Mother Earth. Like, what the hell have you done to these people?
You know what? We spent our entire career being good to people. And we were never that band that just pushed people aside and felt above the people who bought our records. And I think that I'm really proud of that, of everyone in the band, and even a lot of the people that were around us, even with crew guys and stuff like that. It's like we all had to have the same attitude. And that was, you do your best, you put on a hell of a show, and you be good to people, and in some way it'll come back to us. And I think that, I think it has. Like, I mean, we don't separate ourselves from the people that are in the audience, you know. I don't know, maybe we're different in some ways, but I mean, we're definitely different in a lot of ways, but we're no better, you know. So
what does
we just have different jobs. That's it.
What does Tanna listen to now? Like, what's on your iTunes, or what do you listen to?
Okay, well, I don't listen to like it's ridiculous. My father always says he used to say, like, you picked a great career because you don't like crowds and you don't like loud music. And you're like, oh, okay. No, I'm just uncomfortable around crowds and loud music. However, all I listen to right now, my entire iPad and phone is filled with flamenco. That's it.
Really, eh?
That's all. Yeah, I collect Nat King Cole stuff, and but I haven't been listening to that in a few years. I just sort of collect it if I see it. And what else? Just flamenco. I'm absolutely addicted, and I can't get enough of it.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
You have a show coming up on Saturday, May the 2nd at the Phoenix in Toronto. What can people expect to go to that show?
I don't know. You just see us like usual, kind of busting our humps up there. You know, like we're doing an acoustic set before we do anything, and we're sitting with Alan Cross, and we're going to be talking about just music in general, and we're going to play a whole bunch of crazy songs for people, and then we'll leave the stage, and then we'll come back and probably play for 2.5 hours or 3 hours. So it's sort of a big, long 4-hour night of music.
So it's a typical I Mother Earth show.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Right? I was on the exercise bike today. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Who's playing bass?
Chuck is from the Salads.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know that you guys, basically the band is typically your brother, yourself, and Brian, right? So you've kind of had some different musicians play. Just wondered who was playing bass. Yeah,
it's just kind of weird how it all played out. That our old bass player, he just didn't have the time. He had other commitments, and he lives in a different country, and all of these things sort of added up to not being together in that form, you know. So we just sort of left it at that and said, well, what do we do? Well, we had Chuck as the understudy, you know, like when Bruce couldn't make a show, then Chuck would fill in.
Nice.
And then it just sort of was a natural evolution from there. We just kept going because we don't want to stop playing. So, one last question for you before you go. A lot of bands. I'm not going anywhere. You're deserting me. That's what you're doing.
You know what?
I'm here in my pajamas and a smoking jacket, and I got a bowl of popcorn.
You know what? I want to talk to you all night long, but Vince Neil is calling shortly, so I have to go. But no, I'm kidding. You're more important than he is.
You are, absolutely.
If you had any advice to give to a young band starting today, through all the things you've been through in your career, what would that be?
Oh, my God. You know what? I get this question a lot, and it's almost impossible to answer because I don't envy anybody starting now. You know, it's an exciting time for music and this and that, but there's a certain era of music or development as an artist that is disappearing, you know? Like, I don't know. Everybody's doing the do-it-yourself thing, and all you can do is believe in what you're doing and get it out to as many people as you can because that's the only thing left to do. You know, there's no big strategy. There's no nothing. It's like, be good. Don't suck, and make sure. Hey, well, you got to start there, right? Like, I mean,
that's so true.
Just be good and be different and be open up people's imaginations and don't be afraid of your own abilities. Don't impede your growth at all. Don't let anybody do that to you, and make sure you're always playing to the top of your ability. And something will happen.
Something, good or bad, something. Gina wants to ask you a question, I think. Do you know?
I do. First, I'm going to give a statement followed by my question. I just want to attest to the fact that you are absolutely all about your fans. I was fortunate enough to be at the release at the Phoenix for The Devil's Engine. Yeah, met you guys and just, had an amazing time. It was awesome. Very privileged to have been there. Now, my follow-up question is, the last text that we sent each other was you were going to put on your spiffiest pajamas tonight, and can you just describe those for us?
Wait, say that again. I can't hear you. You sound so far away.
Your last text to me was you were going to wear your spiffiest pajamas tonight, so I just would like you to describe those for me.
My pajamas tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, my pajamas are sort of a light blue color, and they go down about halfway down my leg.
Really?
And I'm wearing a gray T-shirt, and I'm sitting in front of about a million guitars and speakers.
Now, is it too much to ask what you're wearing underneath it?
Okay, you're fired.
Listen, I'm looking forward.
Always, it's pajamas. My God, where are we?
I'm looking forward to see you on the 2nd. I'm moving that day, but I'm starting first thing in the morning.
You better be there. You better be there.
I'm going to do my best.
I think Bobby and I might come as well, and
absolutely,
maybe we'll have some beverages with you.
Now, before we go, where can we get tickets? Send us to that.
Say that again? I have no idea.
Tickets.
He doesn't know. He has no clue where to get tickets.
I don't know. You said Saturday, May 2nd. I'm like, oh, that's when it is.
You are at the Phoenix, and tickets are available on Ticketmaster.
See.